Yo, what it do, what it does. My name is Shem Wikia. This is Pulse Life Kenya, and with us today we have an amazing guest. But before tupige my intro maze, nataka wapatia a few bars from his latest song. Tuone nani anamtambua, si ndio? Mama mnaonaje? Ko ready?
Niko fiti.
Ko fiti.
Thayo, thayo, thayo wa ngoro yakwa, nikio gikeno giakwa we. Thayo, thayo, thayo wa ngoro yakwa, nikio gikeno giakwa. Yeah.
Hey. Alright, so my name is Shem Wikia. This is Pulse Life Kenya. I'd like to welcome you guys to another beautiful edition of Celeb 254 this fine Friday. Nime-mention hapa tuko na guest mwingine hapa mazee Bazoo mazee, another bad man over there. So Kenya nataka kufanya nini? Nataka kumpatia chance introduce. I think utafanya more justice than naweza fanya, si ndio?
Sure.
Abombe ama jamaa ni nani mazee?
Yeah, my name is Stevenson Njenga. Yeah. Kikuyu urban artist, a film director as well.
Hey.
Yeah, hivyo
tu. It's short and sweet.
Very short.
Hey, haya sawa mazee. Nimesikia hapo kusema Kikuyu urban artist mazee.
Yeah.
Unaweza semaje? Could you just tell us a little bit about yourself mazee? Where did you grow up, if I can ask you that?
Yeah, I've grown in Ruiru as a hustler. Mimi hata nimejisomesha kidogo. Yeah, to a point that after high school nikakuwa donda. Nikakuwa donda pale Githurai 44 na 45 hapo. Nilikuwa donda wa marori za mchanga.
Okay.
I've hustled there.
Ati ulikuwa donda wa?
Hizi marori za mchanga hizi.
Zinakuanga na donda, unajua mimi nafikiri donda na kuanga tu nini wa mat.
Kuna dere na donda. Kazi ya donda ni kufungua milango na kumwaga mchanga saa zingine. Unaweza pewa squad. So unapata there are those places uwezi ukiwa donda uwezi mwaga mchanga. Lazima ungoje kuna wale mapedi wa kumwaga mchanga hizo area. Lakini me I used to coordinate with some guys na ambia nipatie ni sanduku moja tu. Juu sanduku moja inakupatia 3 so alafu ulipo ile tuchoni ya donda hiyo ni domob. Naenda home na kakitu.
Okay.
Yeah, so I worked there kidogo nikapata na boys. Akaniambia ni aje una talent bana. Acha nikusukumia muziki nikufanyia videos. Akafanya video ya kwanza lakini the video was not that nice.
Hiyo video mlidrop ama mlichorea hiyo story?
Nilizi drop tu lakini hiyo time hata jina nilikuwa naitwa hiyo time hata siwezi taka kuikumbuka. The video was very pathetic and but later on tukabond kidogo, we got a deal ya Muhindi, harusi ya Muhindi. Akaniambia boys ni aje, mi hii haso yako na wewe ni msanii, I don't feel it. Wewe fanya hivi, usichangamke ni aje, wewe kuja usted na kamera hivi upige shot the main peke yake. Mimi nitakuwa na kujenga punch kila siku because wedo za Wahindi sometimes they go the whole week. So hivyo ndivyo niliingia kwa film.
Yeah, okay.
Nikatoka kudonda and that is how I started the hustle ya kuwa film director. Kidogo nikajitrain YouTube nini. And I did one of the biggest song of a guy called Jose Gatutura. Inaitwa Otukomwe. It was a scripted video and all that, and also did for Samido, and I also did for and again I became nikakuja nikakuwa manager wa Desagu.
Abu sasa kabla tufike kwa story za watu wengine mazee, acha tuingie sasa kwa story yako mazee. Umesema that you know ulikuwa pale unapiga job pale na majamaa wa lori, then someone recognized like your talent. But wewe personally within yourself man, when did you notice uko na passion fulani ya kupenda muziki?
Ever since I was in school. I could do the hizi za mashindano hizi za shule. I used to do and most of the time our school used to win through me. Hizo stuff nilikuwa nazifanya fiti. I had that confidence of doing it. So I knew that one day by the way you grow unakutanga hata saa zingine umeshika mwiko kwa hao unazunguka ukichapa makapela zako. Feel yani passion yako iko place flani that is me. That is how I grew up to know that one day I can become a musician or something.
So you refer to yourself as a Kikuyu urban artist?
Yeah.
For starters, unaweza tuambia Kikuyu urban ni muziki aina gani?
Urban ni hizi muziki zenye more of it ukisikiza, it's not majorly aina more of, it's kind of like elevated. Unaweza feel ni kama kizungu lakini ni Kikuyu. Even the beats itself ni kama hizi za bongo, lakini the fusion itself inaweza kuambia this is something that it's so very far different from the normal music and majorly si watu wengi wanafanya. I think akina Irish, Kwame, they have really tried to bring it up.
So like, you know, ideally most of the time wase waki get, you know, into the industry and stuff like that, a lot of people will try and do, you know, what was trending. Unajua mse labda ataingia, you know, kama ilikuwa back in the day mse angeingia afanye kitu ina sound raga raga, siku hizi wasanii ingia anafanya kitu ina sound gengetone. When mbona uli decide to go this direction of making music in your mother tongue, making music in Kikuyu?
One thing, art itself ni creativity. And more of it, it's kind of like I came up with this style of Amapiano, being the first person to do the Kikuyu Amapiano by listening to the South African music. You cannot hear what they are saying, but at least unaweza relate na feel your song. It's just like a feeling kana kujanga tu. So I just thought of myself. I just need to be myself. Sitakuja nikuwe kama Aru boy ati niimbe Kiswahili. I can be myself. I can go with what I have. Inside me it's someone different, totally different. Na ule mwingine anaimba hivi ni different. So you flow with what you feel you're comfortable. Don't strain. So for me I don't strain doing the urban music in Kikuyu style. I can do naweza imba na Kizungu na Kiswahili, yes, lakini I feel so comfortable when I'm doing the writing of the Kikuyu music. Even back then I used to write songs for musicians, but in Kikuyu. And I was very comfortable. Yeah.
So now before, I know, you know, Dhayo is a big song, you know, it's a song that you dropped pale December mazee kabla wasio ingie masherehe. But kabla sana ifike kwa hiyo stuff, juu nasema uli come up na hiyo ngoma after kusikiliza sasa majamaa wa Amapiano. Process yako generally, juu mention you're a songwriter. What usually is your process ya venye wewe come up na muziki yako? How do you normally come up with your song?
It depends with the mood. Again, it depends with what I'm feeling. Yeah, ninaweza kaa tu hivyo ni feel something like I'm pissed off. What will come out of me, the way someone who is pissed off ataongea vitu mbaya, maybe ama aongea vitu za huzuni. The same thing, me, what comes out of my memory, it's the writings of depending with the atmosphere or what I'm feeling at that moment. So it brings the sana sana, it's more of love music, love songs that comes in me, because most of the time najipatanga tu niko love zone. Na feel yani the love in the air and all that. So na feel people need to love each other, people need to embrace the true love and all that. So na come up na your style muziki na flow tu.
No, muziki tu.
Inalingana na Kenya na feel tu. Yeah. Sometimes I can write gospel music. I have several gospel music. And it's because of how I feel, how God has done great things to me and all that. So I just come up with strategic quotes and all that. Nazishikanisha tu na inakuwa muziki.
Na inakuwa muziki. Acha tuingie sasa kwa ile swali yenyewe. Sijui now guys, if you're watching this right now and you just joined us, this is Pulse Lab 254 and we are joined by Stevenson mazee. Ametutolea yani the first Kikuyu Amapiano song, unless wewe umetoa yako na tujui, but me as far as I'm concerned, ametutolea the first Kikuyu Amapiano song. It's called Dhayo. It's available on YouTube. You can go and stream it right now. Check it out. Tell us what you think. But now, because you know this is a big jam, naweza penda tu kujua first things first, like yes ulikuwa unasikiliza majamaa wa Amapiano ukasema hawa nasema pia vitu hatujui. Lakini ulikama paje na ngoma, ulisemaje sasa nataka kuipiga kia Amapiano?
First of all, I majorly have been having that passion of uniting the new style of living and the traditional style of living. And so when I was coming up with this song, it was more of peaceful song. And after the audio was done, I never knew that people can embrace it to a point of they can invest in it. And so I got 2-3 guys who said, I can relate with what you're saying. And one thing is that when you're at home and you have no peace, there is no any way you can be able to be productive. Hata when mdemu unapika hapo unauna amani, the food that you'll cook most probably itakuwa tamu. Unachapa hasa unajua una amani, hautafanya productive stuff. So when I was singing this, I was like directing the feel, kale ka feeling kana kuanga when you have that peace in your heart, how you embrace life and how you do your things. It's so nice that there is nothing else. Even someone can express and say this guy is very happy because the expression, the facial expression itself inaweza kuambia. And so I wanted to join the teleportation of where we are today and where we were before. And so I wanted to bring that, because squeezy, everything is done on trends and everybody wants to see Uchi, expensive stuffs. And so I thought of what if I was asked by someone, what do you want in that video? And so we said, this is what we want, a chopper, we want these cars. And someone else said, we want girls. You hata si mimi nilisema.
Standard. Si hatukujudge.
And again, but tulikuwa na conversation tunauliza na madem sasa wengine sasa. Hapana, there are people when the video starts, waone madem na hiyo ngoma lazima wataicheck, you know. Yeah. But at the end of it all, even if we are doing all these and expensive stuff, what we wanted to deliver is that message that a comeback can ask. Ni nini umse anaimba na hizi mavitu zote?
Sasa hebu tupigie sasa translation. Ulikuwa umetuimbia hiyo chorus kidogo, lakini unajua hapa kwa audience kuna majamaa wanatoka mbali, kuna wasi wa diaspora, kuna watu wa majuu. Hiyo chorus you can either give us just the bars and explain for us, ama unaweza imba tena alafu tueleze. Hiyo chorus inasema ngaje? Thayo 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 wa ngoro yakwa nikyo gikeno giakwa we.
It's just say the peace of my heart is my happiness. Before I normally say gwenda gwikenera gwenda gwiturira gwenda gwikenera riria ndi muoyo gwenda gwiturira. I want to live. I want to be happy as long as I'm alive. Yeah, that is all it means. This moment that I'm alive, I want to be happy. I want to live my life. So it's all about yourself. It's all about me. I want to live, and how do I want to live? Like the way it starts, and when the verse 1 starts, it talks of, I'm happy today. I don't know why. I'm just full of happiness.
Siju yao madem?
No, I'm just happy. And I'm asking myself, why am I happy? Kwani leo ni siku gani? I'm just happy. Then I say, kumbe ni weekendi. Wacha tujiachilie, you know. That is how it's all about the love zone and being happy. It's a happy song.
It's a happy song.
Yeah.
Okay, sasa hapo kwa hiyo umetutajia vitu mingi. If you've not already seen that video kuna vitu mingi. Umetaja kulikuwa na chopper.
Yeah.
Kulikuwa na magari.
Yeah.
I mean, of course kulikuwa na madem.
Yeah. Kulikuwa na food,
kulikuwa na drinks, kulikuwa na kila kitu, watu wamebanjuka. So like, you know, looking at it from the outside looking in, mazee. Hiyo video inakaa ilikuwa na budget.
Yeah.
So unaweza tuambia what first of all went into making that video? Like
you see about life, it's all about you. What do you believe in? What do you see ahead of you? Because there are things that back then in 5 years or 7 years when I started music, I could wish like one day I can do this, I can do that. You know, the wishes sometimes they come to happen and to pass. In that, whether you have it or not, you just believe in it. It will come to pass. And so for me, I used to say that I would want to share something that can relate, because many people believe in, like now juzi mtu ananiambia, amenitext akaniuliza atajoinaje Illuminati. I just asked how.
So you aliona hiyo video?
Yeah, ni picha tu FB and he's like, hey, alikuwa mdem. Inaje nataka kujoin Illuminati. And I'm like, hey, sasa huyu. Mimi nililenga tu juu sasa mimi hata Illuminati yenyewe sijui mtu anzia wapi process. But the thing is, it's just a power of belief. What do you believe in? There is nothing impossible. And so for me, I thought of something awesome. Someday it will come to pass. And so when it came and people could embrace this and someone asks me, because there are people who invested in it, not because they want to gain something, but it's because they wanted to feel that Kenyan music has taken another step to another level. And it was not just one song. We are doing projects after projects. So there are many more coming. Like now I have one with Corino. It's Amapiano. Corino Amapiano. It's a fusion I've done with Aran.
Yeah,
it's coming out soon. And so I'm like, I want to embrace the culture to a point that people can go back to the system. If you watch the video very well, at the end of it all, you'll see me in Manyata house with my wife and a kid. So after party and all that, saizi tuko wayang hivi, tutapiga sherehe kabisa. Lakini siku moja utajipata tu uko zoni yako ucha na watoi wako, kama utakuwa na wengi, kama utakuwa na mawives
wengi pia.
Kama utakuwa umesota umekaa tu na wao, wengine watakuwa sha kutoka. But at the end of it all, piga sherehe. Lakini remember there is life. Yeah, for me, passing the message in the video is that after all, tapiga sherehe and everything, but there is life after all. And that is life. Ile sasa ya zone. Uko ucha, ama uko mahali tu peke yako kwa cubicle. ile raha yote ulikuwa umepiga ungekuwa umeinvest. Trust you me, saizi ungekuwa hapo. But at the end of it all, ni kuonyeshana at the end of it all, family means something. It matters a lot. Because familia ndio, watoi wako ndio, at the end of it all, wanaweza kuwa hapo na wewe sasa nye kuna ngori. Kikiumana. Maybe
there's a young guy out there is really looking at Steven and saying, man, hey, mseme make it, naweza taka ku make it kama msee siku moja. So like, unajua, naweza taka tu kujua kama uko willing to disclose si lazima exact, but approximate. Like, will you spend how much to make vision yako ya hiyo ngoma ya Dhayo na hiyo video?
The audio and the video. It was almost 2 million. But I don't measure it like that. What I measure is the people I've spoken to after I released the song. I've done several interviews, radio stations and TV stations, but I've spoken to many people. What it matters most is, ni kama venye ningekuja hapa nikiwa na church niweke crusade ni reach out kwa watu wengi na nitumie pesa mob. The same thing. It's just spreading the message and at the end of it all, kama nitatumia ndo mtu aweze kunisikiza juu niko na do, si basi nitumie ndo mtu anisikize na ni change life. So for me, I normally say, and I say this again, if I get resources, I can do anything big. I will not limit myself. As long as I have that target reaching out, I will spend as much as I can so that I can reach out to the coming generation. Because one thing I know is that if today I equip my daughter, I'm not only equipping my daughter, I'm also equipping also the children of my daughter.
The next generation.
Yes, the coming generation. Na pia utakuta pia wata-equip the rest. Kwa sababu kama guka yao ndo waliwasort hivyo, pia wao watasort wale wadogo wao. So I have to be updated right now so that my tomorrow can be bigger. And my tomorrow is not me. It's my generation.
It's your generation. Yeah. So speaking of that song, you know, and reaching the audience, you know, sometimes like you never know what to expect when you're dropping something that's so different. So audience yako, reception ya ngoma by the way from mafans wako imekuaje?
Reception has been nice, but now people are expecting big things. Better than that.
Ime set the bar.
Better than that, so wengine wananiita Mjaka, Mkikuyu.
Unataka tu kuangusha mabands hapo.
Yeah, but God is faithful. Tuta move na pace yake na pia sisi tutatia bidii. At the end of it all ni bidii. Hata wasanii wamemake it ni bidii. Consistency and all that.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so now before we continue to the serious questions of the interview, I have a few random questions. Nataka tucheze kitu naitanga tu overrated or underrated.
Okay.
Sasa ndakutajia tu vitu random, inaweza kuwa msee, inaweza kuwa mahali, inaweza kuwa ngoma. Utaniambia tu kama unafikiria kitu inakuanga underrated ama inakuanga overrated. Si ndio? Acha tuanze na ya kwanza. Overrated or underrated? Instagram. Overrated, underrated.
Underrated.
Underrated? Mbona unaweza sema Instagram iko underrated?
Kwa sababu one thing is more of trendings and today it can bring you this, tomorrow it brings you get this. The updates in it. Leo inaweza kutupa, kesho ikutupi. Leo inaweza kuonyesha msia kwa na maisha fiti. Kumbe nehe ni kiki. Yani you can't understand. It's more of social media yani. I don't believe in social media.
Okay. So unafikiria iko overrated.
Yeah,
overrated inamaanisha watu so iko overrated.
Yeah, but because again unaweza kuta kuna msi ataomokea hapo. Atauza products zake through influencer. Kuna mwingine atakoniwa na shamba. Yani it's overrated. Watu wanaitumia sana in different ways. Yeah. Okay. Some of them they get successful, others they don't.
Kenyan movies. Overrated, underrated.
Underrated. Ziko underrated. Kwanza juzi ni mwatch ingine manze. Risasi unapigwa hata risasi ya kufikia ushanguka. It's kind of like it's not quality, the standard and the quality and also the budgeting itself. Hawataki kutumia resources. Na venye sisi tuko na resources mzuri, the nature and all that.
Okay. All right. So you know the next one unacheck yani inabamba haibambi utatuambia tu. Gospel music.
Gospel music haibambi.
Haibambi?
Ai. Haibambi in one thing. When you see water, there are those remnants which are very perfect in terms of the way they live with their God, and also the way they compress themselves and bring their image to people. But most of them, maisha yao sielewi. Maisha yao ukifuatililia hivi hata utasema hapana, hapo hakuna God.
Hakuna God kwa hiyo.
Hapo hakuna
life
God.
yao wanatoa muziki tu lakini life yao haifuati.
Ni wale wanakunyoga wine. Na wanatupreachia maji. Most of them, see, not all of them. Nisipatwe vibaya, not all of them. But most of them,
hivi.
watu wa kupanuliwa.
Okay. Aya, mwisho. TikTok inabamba haibambi. TikTok.
It's part of social media. It has been overrated, of course. Bamba sana, lakini to the content creators inasaidia sana. Because some of the people have become famous, and people are getting paid nowadays.
Just for posting
so
content.
We're making money.
Make it,
Yeah, we are making it. Hata mimi mwenyewe na push muziki yangu hapo.
Okay. Aya. So now back to the interview. Nimesikia kwanza ukitaja content creators. Na ulikuwa umegusia before a bit when we were starting, but like yourself as Steven,
Yeah.
Outside of kuwa msanii na make mangoma, ni nini ingine unafanyanga?
I'm a busy man.
You're a busy guy. Okay.
I have a company called Ultra Focus Digital Solutions. We deal with films. Yeah, I'm a media consultant. Yeah. We do music videos, interview, content creation for influencers, managing influencers, and also doing content for musicians. Yeah.
So
we're having a studio. We also do photography, videography, all those. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of creating content for other people, what are some names that you've worked with? That
I've
you
worked
can
with
mention
Henry Desagu, worked with Alex Matenge. There are many, Tracy, many of them. Nyachio, the Rivers of Kangware guys.
Nilisikia pia ukitaja Samido pale tukianzia mwanzo.
Most of the Kikuyu Mugithi guys I've produced for them. Yeah. And so that is where I got the creativity of doing the script writing, that I can even script my video and all that. Yeah.
Okay. So what was the first script that you wrote as Steven?
The first one, it's that one I did for the Josega Tutura, which later on even we got some endorsement. I also have done with Shanikwa, ABL, pushing Senator Keg, and many others. I've worked with UNODC, Drugs and Crime. Yeah, I've worked with many, and I've also done documentaries. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So you're a filmmaker, you're a consultant, you're a musician. Where does your passion lie?
In music.
In music.
Yeah, but not in music for me as a musician, but for the musicians themselves and the upcoming musicians. Yeah, my dream is to create an empire whereby I can bring in the creatives together and they work together. More so it's in traditions, the culture of the Kenyan culture, may it be Kamba, Luo, Kikuyu, all the tribes. I'm working so hard towards bringing all the tribes together to do contents, to bring unity, to fight drugs and all that. That is my main big dream that I'm running to pursue.
Yeah. Alright, so what would you say that you love about music?
I love about music. It's more of it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
You can be down and there is that song that you can listen to and feel like, my whole being is awakened and I'm well now. It's like the way someone who can go to a bar, get one beer and feel relaxed, stress-free. Then later on, stress is inarudi. The same thing. Kuna muziki zinaweza kukul, kuna muziki zinaweza kusaidia hata ku-overcome vitu zingine. So for me, I take music as a healing. It's something that can heal you from depression. It can heal you from stress, from a certain disease. There is that song of gospel you can listen to and you feel like, you're relieved. God has paid it all, Yeah, so I take music as a healing, soul healing.
It's a soul healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so another question that I also have, Mazen, nasikia uko na relationship poa sana na a lot of people in the industry, in the creation industry. But something that I noticed is you have your own YouTube channel where you have your music, you know, you've also done a couple of renditions of other people's songs. Lakini hii ngoma yenye uli drop latest Dhayo, ili drop kwa channel ya Jeff Kuria. So what's your relationship currently with Jeff Kuria?
We are good friends.
Yeah.
And again, I thought of, because of the budgeting and all that, it's good to push with someone who has followings and all that. At the same time, I wanted it to reach to the Kikuyu culture. And, you know, you have to range and see who has the following of the same culture you are looking for. And so later on, we'll post it in my channel. But I wanted to reach to the most of the people who are in the country and also push. It's a way of pushing. Other than niende nilipia adverts and all that, I thought it's wise we push together.
You push together.
And so he's a radio presenter and all that, and so it's easy for me to get to that utmost place where I want to be through him.
Okay.
And through many others and the friends as well, because there are friends around. And
so how does it, so now for example like now with Jeff now, how does it work? Did you post it, did he do it because he's your boy, unachiki venye unaweza uliza msesi unipostie video alafu akupostie, ama mliagana unafaa kumlipa pesa fulani, or was he one of your investors? Like what stake does he have in it that he was willing to do it for you?
In fact, he was part and parcel of the success of the song.
Yeah.
He was part of the investor as well.
Okay.
He came along and brought few people to come and work out with us and bring it to the utmost best. And so I really appreciate him for the opportunity to accept and come and work with me. And he's that person who have a big heart for many musicians. Later on, I could hear people asking, why not in my channel? Why not? You know, at the end of it all, my friends would watch. But there is that person who never knew Stevenson. He knew me. My channel, the people who are following me, they will still look at it. Because at the end of it all, most of them, they are on my contacts. I will tell them, check this out. They will go and follow and all that. Okay. But for me, I feel it like, you know, I'm not doing music at the moment to bring me money and all that. Yes, money will come, but I believe that there is that opportunity of reaching out. And if I find I can do a collab with Diamond and he posts the song and I've been known out there and also the music will go, then I will do it. I don't need to have it posted in my account. You can do it. But
it's about who it reaches.
Who it reaches. But many people, they believe that, you know, own this by posting it there and all that. But now there is that step I've gone that I would have not gone if I had shared with my, maybe ingefikisha hiyo 20,000 alafu ikwame, but unaona imesonga
ikienda hiyo ni poa sana mazee. So ulisema umekuwa na passion ya muziki tangu kwa yani young. Ile time ulikuwa, lakini ile time msee alikuingiza kwa studio, how long ago was that?
That is 8 years ago.
8 years.
I met with this producer called Kasenti. We have been on a journey, and we're still doing good things together. I've grown through him about musically I've grown through him, and so Kasenti is my boy. He's that guy, ukikosea huku anakwambia, they forget that they were doing music and they do another thing, because maybe the producer was not welcoming, or maybe the producer himself alimwambia, hey, ni aje, this is not your thing. Try something else. Not because you have money that you go to the studio. Mimi hata ukikuja na ngoma mbaya unataka video, mimi nitakwambia hapana, hii it's either uende usome vocals alafu rudi shule, alafu rudi studio uifanye tena fresh, ama wewe kama una feel unataka ku studio basi nipatie do, mimi sina shida. But I will tell you the truth.
Naambianga msetu roho safi that hapa unaweza video hii ngoma haiko poa sana.
And not one or two people we have helped there together with Jeff. There was this guy who was trending, alikuwa anaimba vibaya wa Kikuyu.
Anaitwa nani?
Alikuwa anaitwa Megabo Magana. Kikaa hiyo. Jeff Kuria took him, akaenda akafanya audio tena hapo kwa Kasenti. And then I did for him the video with another guy called Fatma. And you know, the guy now is singing very well. Unampata kwa vilabu za huko Nyeri, anachapa live band vizuri sana, ana make do. Lakini tungemwambia hapana, uwezi imba hapana. The guy was trending na sauti mbaya sana. But saa hizi ana living na hiyo muziki.
So kwanza umegusia specifically kusema at this moment what you're not making music in order to make money. I want to just know, in your honest opinion, maisha ya msanii ni rahisi?
Ni ngumu sana. Most of them, they live a fake life. Viatu lazima ubai, show hii huwezi enda hiyo show na shati ulienda kwanza video kimba na nguo fulani ufai kuzivaa. Yani hiyo maisha ni ngumu sana. Again you hatuwezi panda mat kutukofia kwanza the famous ones because I've lived with famous guys. Afadhali akope tu aoneza uba kuliko aende na mat.
Haizi taka kuonekana hapo ndani ya mat.
Lazima uweke standards, you know. And hakuna kitu mbaya kama msanii akiambiwa amesota. Msanii kuambiwa amesota ni kitu kingine
noma sana.
And so for them I'd wish if today government decides to take opportunity to teach musicians about finances and investment, it could be a good thing because afterwards you find out like most of the famous musicians back then, some of them saizi wako vijijini, they are struggling, they are fighting even diseases, they don't have resources, they don't have money, washarudi mashags. If someone can come up with a strategy whereby even they can be given a musician circle, whereby wanaweza invest after muziki, juu muziki ikuagi ni seasonal. Leo uko sawa unajulikana, kesho kuna mwingine amezaliwa hiyo time una hit. Atakuja ataku overtake. And hiyo time kama hujakuwa umeinvest na kama utakuwa umetumia resources zako vizuri, you find out like, you know, you're left behind. The people who call themselves your fans, they're the same people who will be talking about you. Ni haji umsi alibit. Na alikuwa na ringa sana. Hata kama uko na ringa watasema alikuwa na ringa sasa alikaukiwa na life, you know. And so if it can be manageable for musicians to isipokuwa tu sometimes some of us we normally have kiburi ya kutosikiza, but if you can be trained on how finances can be handled and how we can maintain and balance the fame and the standard of living and living with others, it can be helpful towards the coming years as we survive in this life.
So when I saw 8 years of experience, what would you say that you've learned about the industry so far?
I've learned about investing, first of all, working so hard and creating your own ways of making money, because music, it's not promising that it will give you resources and money right there. You have first of all to know how you can correspond and work, because you see even some of the musicians right now wamekuwa wajanja. Wengine wameka nail spas nini wameka tuduka nini, because they know I need to eat, I need to have food, you know, and competition is very high. So hiyo ni kumaanisha lazima ukue sharp, kujua ni nini saa hizi unaweza fanya yenye itakupatia pesa uweze kujikimu kimaisha. You don't just depend on the show music, the shows and the money that you get from the shows. Luckily the Mogithi guys, they make good money because on Friday, Saturday and Sundays they are very busy.
Kuna mahali
kuna mahali everywhere. Hata unakuta uko na show mbili that night.
Umepiga Mogithi mahali?
Mimi
sijawahi.
Mimi niko tu urban. Yeah, but saizi niko classes nafanya instruments.
Okay.
Just want to learn 2-3 instruments to keep myself busy.
So hizo ni instrument gani sasa?
The guitar and the keyboard.
Guitar na keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay. Ni poa sana mazee. So unasema in terms of like, let's say the Kenyan music industry, you know, a lot of times we always talk about, you know, what we don't like. But tunaweza taka kuanza na the positive side mazee. Wewe ni nini inakubamba na kukuwa msanii Kenya na kucheki tu industry venye iko?
It's basically it's about how people takes you, some of the content you're able to enjoy. When you see somebody enjoying what you have created, it makes you feel so good. And so that is one of the things that makes me happy by making music. The secondly is reaching out. As I told you, I really want to speak to my generation that it's not about nudity and all that. It's not about bad language in the music. It's about how you can make your music become not seasonal, because most of the music are seasonal. Ina hit leo imeisha. But ukiangalia zile zilizopendwa mpaka wa leo tunazisikizanga. So it's I normally encourage myself by writing music that can be able even to be remembered afterwards, or I can be remembered with afterwards. Mtu anaweza kaa chini aseme na huyu msee alikuwa amefikiria kitu hapa. You know, so about music is the creativity part of it and making me reason more towards what I want to speak to people. Yes.
Okay. Hapo umegonga point ingine poa sana manze. Now my next question is, you know, as a musician, I like to believe that you have a very good taste in music, you know, because you're a musician, you know what good music sounds like. So currently unasikiliza muziki aina gani, like ni mangoma gani zinakubamba?
nimejipata nikisikiza rumba
na jazz. Rumba na jazz ndio zinakubamba
sasa. Lakini Amapiano, I'm a fan of Amapiano. Shows Amapiano I don't miss. The vibe itself inanifanyanga niko energetic. But based on the good music, I've been listening to the rumba and the jazz music because of the feelings. What it gives me, the energy that it gives me, the vibe. That's the only reason as to why those three type of music I normally listen to. Pia Mugithi nasikizanga. If a new song comes, like the one that Bahati did recently with a Kikuyu musician, I can listen to it and I can be able to see this is a creative art. Mkamba naimba Kikuyu. That is nice.
That's nice. So if you were to give us a recommendation, me, myself, and the audience watching right now, what are 3 songs you would recommend somebody goes and listens to? Kabla hii weekend ishe. Ngoma 3 lazima mse asikize.
Sasa for a Kikuyu guy or a lady, Kwame is a cool guy that has nice music that takes you back to tradition.
What's his second name?
Kwame Reggae.
Reggae, okay, Kwame Reggae.
Yeah.
Kwame Reggae, okay.
Irosh as well. Yeah, he has nice jazz. Huyo na yeye anaimbanga zote. Nakoga tu sawa.
Hadi Mugithi, Irosh najua pia
anaimba zote mpaka Mugithi, Yeah. I don't know other musicians.
Na warumba tupatie ngoma, tuambie si lazima ikuwe msanii.
Ngoma tupatie ngoma ya rumba tunafanya. Rumba Japani.
Hata hiyo kila mtu hiyo tunajua. Kila mtu anajua hiyo mazee. Tunataka tupatie karumba nyingine ile underground.
Recently I've met a guy called Fathili. Fathili is doing nice music.
Okay.
Many other guys they're doing good music. As long as it's a good music with good vibe that you can feel. Wewe sikiza tu.
Nesikiza tu. Usijali.
Kuna mtu anapenda gengeton na wewe unaanza kumwambia story ya rumba hapa. Ndio mse ananiambia nini?
So juu nimecheki, umesema unaenda kutoa ngoma, back in the day umefanya pia a few like, some renditions of other people's songs.
Yeah.
Now, moving forward, una hope first uko na collabo gani zenye zinakam? Na pia hopes za kukolabo.
Hapo hopes ni mob.
Hopes ni mingi.
Hopes unapatana tu na msee kwa show. Akwambia, ni aje like when unaimba, ni aje. See, we do something. So, we all have hopes. And we cannot limit ourselves. Naweza pata ngoma na mtu international. Yeah. But
approach for collab.
There is this Rick Hassan has nice music and there's some few Nigerian guys there and they have nice music. Yeah.
And what collabs now do you have lined up for us? What music can we expect from Stevenson?
We have a lot of music. Some of them they are surprised, so I won't talk about them. But one is coming possibly in a week's time with Aaron. The Kikuyu Amapiano. It's very awesome. And many others that I'm doing single. But I have 2 love songs. One is for wedding, another one is for heartbreaks. Yeah.
Best of both worlds too.
Yeah.
Diversification.
Kenye na feel to me na
actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so plans zako, what are your future plans for like right now? Because you've said you have a couple of projects.
Yeah.
Are these all just coming out as singles, or are you planning to drop like an album for your fans?
At the moment I'm working on an album that is not Amapiano.
Yeah.
But as much as I'm releasing the Amapiano, there is this Kikuyu love song album. I already did one song, and so I'm still working out and making sure that they are going to reach to an album, and then I will be launching it very soon. Yeah, but still I'm working on that project of working so hard to bring out the tribes of the Kenyan tribes together, so that we can do something together and bring peace and also fight drugs and many other things that we can fight against.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So as a guy who does so much, as a guy who unajituma kujituma pia ni muhimu sana. Like, what advice would you have for like a young guy who's just about to join the music industry, or maybe even the film industry, because you're on both sides? What advice do you have for these young creative people who are hoping to get into entertainment?
Yeah, one thing is that you can never be someone else, and never compare yourself and your energy with someone else's energy. Because you yourself, you're created very different from other person. The energy you have the vibe you have, the strength you have, it's very different. And sometimes we run to other people's strength. We forget that there is that one thing that is very unique in us that God has given us. And so you forget to work on what God has given you, and you start working from someone else's idea. So when that idea comes and flow and finishes, like if it is a certain music of a type of music, if you follow that trending and then it ends, na wewe ungefollow ingine yenye God alikuwa amekureservia na amekupatia, unajipata umepotelea katikati. So it's good to be yourself, work on the things that you think you're comfortable with. Most of the things that can make us successful are those things that we are comfortable working with. So when you do a lot of research, you put more effort, they becomes the best. So if that's genre of music which is urban, and you know, I take urban because urban has not been given a priority in the Kikuyu for long. It's kamoja kanapita tu kakienda. Unlike Mugithi, everybody everywhere it's Mugithi. Wengine hata wanaboeka. And you know, sometimes you could go to a show, one guy sings, anatoka mwingine anaingia the same song tu aliimba ndo huyu mwingine anaimba. The guitar, it's the difference to ni guitar, maybe rhythm. But una feel most of the music they are doing, it's not their music, someone's music. And so I'm working so hard to come up with my music that people can have the music in their mind and they can be able to enjoy the music. But it's not just music, but music that has creativity. If it is the instruments, that's why I'm going to school to learn.
To learn the instruments.
So that if it is the instruments, I can do the instruments more different than the other person. I can be myself in a unique way. So the same thing I can advise there out is be yourself, work so hard towards the potential you have, and make sure that you are not copying anyone. And even if you are looking up to someone, get the idea and the advice from that person and be able to apply it to the ideas and the strengths you have. Yeah.
Yes, that's guys, I hope if you're listening, I hope you had a notebook mazao umeandika hizi vitu. But on the bright side, this video is always available. Najua tuna stream live lakini ikiisha unaweza iwatchingi pia tu pale mazee.
Yeah. So
now my last thing too is that I know we've talked about, you know, your hopes for the future already and stuff like that, but I just want you to now give just a big a shout out to your fans, or just tell them what they can expect from you in this next, like, you know, in this 2023.
Yeah. It's a new year. It's not yet old. It's just 1 month end. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be accepted by the people who already know me and the people who are watching me right now. I'm so humbled, and I'm so grateful to God that I have the platform to share what I'm having given by God as a gift. And I'm so grateful that I'm going to work so hard to make sure that I'm giving the right content, and also I'm producing something that can bring fruits. And so make sure you watch me on my social media and also on my YouTube channel. That is Stevenson Njenga.
Stevenson Njenga.
Yeah.
Okay, unadai kutupatia teaser ya ngoma tujasikia ama hiyo ina breach contract?
We can still do something.
Tupatie katiza mazee, tupatie katiza ya kuingia weekend.
Nama newe otomaga ngoro yakwe. Let's try again. Ndiratoire njetereire na muthenya niguo uyu ni wakinye. Ndiratoire nama ngwetereire riu kione niwe uyu ni wagiuka. Nama niwe otumaga ngoro yakwe tumewe. Nama niwe ngoro yakwe huraga tu. Baby, don't stop, give me that love. Baby, don't stop, baby, don't stop. Give me that love, baby, don't stop.
Sasa story kwanza hapo imeweza mazee. Next time ukitudropia video mazee tuweke translation. Okay,
I'm having them.
I understand Kikuyu, well, yeah? But like, you know, I feel like a bunch of the people in the comments were just going, mazee hata sielewi lakini ngoma ina bamba. Yeah. So tuweke pale translation tujue ngoma inasemaje next time.
We'll be doing that. Yeah, nitaambia my boys wako wanaeka transactions.
Hapo tu chini
Yeah.
Aye man. Yo, Stevenson mazee, I want to say a big thank you just for joining us here today mazee.
Thank you.
Guys, if you're watching this and you have not yet peeped his new jam Dayo, check that out. It's available on YouTube. Ngoma ina bamba. alafu mtuambie pia what you guys think about that video. And then if you happened to have come into this live a little bit late and you did not catch some of the things that we are discussing at the beginning, this video is available on Facebook and on YouTube for you to watch back again if you just want to learn a little bit about our amazing guest here today. But I would also like to thank you guys for watching this. My name is Njenga.
Stevenson.
Yes, this has been another beautiful edition of Celeb 254. Bro, shukran sana.
Thank you, manze.
Peace.
Thank you.